Tasting like a boss, outside edition, nighttime edition. I have Minerva with me. How you doing, girl? I have my Bones attire on. I got my Bones hoodie with a Bones jack-o'-lantern shirt under it. I like it when you zip this one up, you can see the symbol there and there. And if you wear the hat, it's like boom, 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 walking billboard. But as you guys know, I don't work for Bones. They don't pay me to do for these reviews or anything. I just happen to like their products quite a bit. And I have reviewed a lot of their flavors. If you go back to the other videos that we have on our channel, we have not every flavor, but pretty darn close to it. There's a few other ones I need to do, and there's some experiments with those flavors I want. But one thing I haven't ever had from Bones is an unflavored Bones coffee. Now, they have a medium roast and a dark roast. And almost all of their coffees are medium roast flavored. And I want something a little different. I don't want to judge it based upon a medium roast. So today we will be reviewing Bones Dark Roast. It still has the sticker on it, but it is a full print bag. So it's fresh. So you guys know, it is fresh, and it's going to be a three-way review. We're going to be doing it in the drip. And I got my little Bones glass here. I love this one. I like the other one too, but I really like this one with the color. I have having a drip, my Bones mug. I know I'm fanboying out tonight, guys. Sorry, I really am. And we will be trying it in espresso. As I've indicated before, just because a coffee doesn't work in all three formats doesn't mean it's bad. But I'd like to taste to see what I think. And on this particular coffee, I have a surprise at the end I'll let you guys know about as well. It might be really cool for the cold brew enthusiasts who are out there. So let's give it a smell first. What do you think, Minerva? What do you think? What do you think, huh? I think you just want to get down. I picked Minerva tonight because she's my darkest dog. So I figured dark roast, dark dog, there you go. She's like, I wish I wasn't dark, if that would mean I could go away, right? Let's give it a smell. Do you want to smell? You don't like that? Well, I do. It's a nice dark roast smell, good coffee smell, and it's like really good dark roast where it smells like, you know, not just coffee, but almost like a cigar. It's tobacco notes and the scent. It's very intense, and I like that. So far, so good. And I can tell you that when I brewed this thing on the drip, made the house smell heavenly. I mean, it really smelled great if you like dark roast coffee. All right, let's go with the cold brew first. Tasting like a boss, smelling like a boss first. You know, cold brews don't usually have a lot of scent, and this pretty much is the same, but you can still at the tail end smell that coffee tobacco-ish kind of smell. Here we go, tasting like a boss. I really enjoy that. That is a very good cold brew. Yeah, it's unflavored, sure, but the coffee flavor is great. It's not, you know, that's the thing. You get these cold brews, unflavored cold brews, which is fine. A lot of the time, that's what I drink is unflavored cold brew. But, you know, it's hit or miss, right? You can get some that have too much of a brightness to them. Sometimes they're overly bitter, too earthy. Sometimes they're so earthy or so bitter that it's almost hard to choke them down. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but I know it has for me. Yeah, sometimes if I go to Wawa and I get a cold brew there, sometimes it's horrible. Sometimes I go to Starbucks, I feel the same way. I feel like it's okay, but it's not great. That's not what this is. If you're somebody who's had a cold brew Starbucks and you like that, I dare you, I challenge you, get this. Cold brew this will change your world, because this is what cold brew is supposed to taste like. Now, is it the darkest cold brew I've ever had? No. 1820, I still think, is probably the darkest cold brew I've had. That's the Costa Rican coffee I reviewed about a year ago. Exceptional. I got it from my friends Sylvia and Patrick. Again, Sylvia and Patrick, thank you for that. And I like 1820 a lot, but this is also very good, and I will be adding it to my cold brew arsenal. And it makes me more excited about what I'm going to announce at the end of the review. Let's move on to the drip. The drip, no cream, no sugar, nothing. Smells heavenly. Now this has been allowed to breathe a little bit. When I first smelled it, when I poured it, I just had to smell it. Those tobacco notes were very intense. Now they've mellowed out quite a bit. Smelling more just like the warm coffee. So let's see how it tastes. Tasting like a boss. Again, okay. This is worth it. This is worth it if you just want a regular cup of coffee and you're wanting a good cup of coffee. That is solid. This is right up there with 1820 or my wife's, my boss of boss's favorite coffee, which is Eve Dallas Blend, which I've done a review on as well. This is right up there. So this is occupying so far when it comes to unflavored coffees, pretty high terrain as far as I'm concerned. So that is a big thumbs up for me on the drip. Sorry to put my hand all the way in there. 3D today. Let's move to the espresso. Can it pull the trifecta? Well, the espresso, I was afraid at first the way it brewed. It seemed like it was brewing lighter than I thought it would, but then when it finished, I was just wrong. I guess maybe it was some froth, or not froth, but something in the lime. But here we go. Tasting like a boss. Smells heavenly. It's good. I mean, listen. Does it taste like espresso? No, it doesn't taste like espresso. It just doesn't. It tastes much lighter than an espresso. In fact, it's interesting that even though this is a dark roast, you would think it would have a little more bite on it on the espresso format, but it doesn't. It almost tastes like a medium roast in the espresso format. So that's not bad. But for my use, I mean, I could use this if I didn't have anything else, if I didn't have some espresso sitting around, but just use espresso as far as I'm concerned. But again, that's still a thumbs up. So this gets a thumbs up for each one. This is okay. It's not going to blow your socks off or anything like that, unless you just want to have something that tastes like a medium roast in an espresso format, okay? Don't do it, because you need to do yourself a favor. You need to get a bag of this and enjoy it in drip, and you really need to enjoy it in the cold brew. So through all the way across, 3 ways around, yes, 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 purchase. Now, what am I excited about? Well, I don't know how it's going to work out, but I've done a little more research on cold brew, and I've found 3 different ways to cold brew. One is a lot like what I'm doing now, and 2 are not completely different, but different enough. And I'm going to do a video using this coffee here with cold brew in these 3 different formats. So we'll have the 3 different versions of the cold brew to see, is there a difference or not? I've been told there is. There's a significant difference, and some people find themselves drawn to a particular one. One of them seems a little more complicated than it needs to be, but that's why I'm here. So I'll walk you through it. In fact, I'll probably try to find a video that'll explain it more, so I don't have to waste too much time in the video. We can get right to the tasting. But until next time, hit like, hit subscribe. I have another review coming up. It's not going to be of a Bones flavor, but I think you'll like it. But you're not going to know unless you hit subscribe and like. And I want to say thank you to Joe yet again. Joe Giusti. I'm never going to get his name right. I think that's going to be an ongoing joke. But again, this was a recommendation by Joe. He wanted me to do a unflavored Bones coffee. So that's for you, my friend. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I did. For all those who have not joined, if you are on Facebook, I do strongly suggest, if you like Bones Coffee, join Bones Coffee Company, but Bones Coffee Lovers, I believe is what it is. I'm going to put it down in the description so don't get it wrong. But it's a really nice group of people. They like Bones, have nice posts and everything else. And I thank you all for the support from that particular Facebook site. Until next time, guys, from Minerva and I, we'll see you soon with some neat stuff in the cold brew and another review pretty soon too for something that's non-Bones related. Until next time, keep tasting like a boss. Thank you, guys.